Welcome back to WGLNA Season 2, week number 3, day number 1. We have today, tomorrow, and the next day, which is Saturday, because it comes after Friday.
Yep.
And then after that, we'll have our tiebreakers and our playoffs on Sunday. At the end of Sunday, that's it for group play. The next time you'll see us for tanks will be in Las Vegas at Treasure Island, November 16th and 17th. You definitely want to come check it out. More information at WGLNA.com will be released. Last time, it was open entry for anyone that wanted to come. So I'm still waiting for details officially. I'm pretty sure it'll be open entry, guys. So if it's not, my bad, but I'm pretty sure it will be.
If not, he'll get you in.
If not, send me an email, clutch@nsl.tv, and I'll make sure you're able to get in.
Yeah,
So,
you make plans, you're like, oh,
300 people are like, yeah. So, no, okay, I won't do that, but we'll work something out. But please come down. It was a lot of fun last time. The set looked incredible. The teams performed very, very well. And the audience that we had a lot of fun. And they had a really good time, and I look forward to going back to Vegas because there's so much more I want to do. Unfortunately, it's mostly work for me. But when you're an entertainer and you think about Vegas, it's pretty much work.
It's work, but it's fun.
It is.
Work,
it is fun work. It is fun work. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into our face-off. Burn All Empires versus Pub Stars. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, how's it going?
Hello.
It's going good. Yankee, I love the hat.
Thank you.
Very dapper there. Let's start with you, Pub Stars. You are up 3-2 right now. Cat Fast Nation, No Limit, and Game Over have fallen to the Pub Stars. You had a loss against Fulcrum and Cunningham's, two teams that are performing very well. Now you're up against Burn All Empires. Your thoughts, your feelings on your team moving into week number 3 for this season and this matchup against Burn All Empires.
Well, we realize how important this match is. If we've got any chance to try to get into the automatic qualifiers. So we've been taking it pretty seriously all week, done a lot of practicing, and we're fairly confident going in. Burn All Empires is a great team, so it should be a great matchup, and we're really looking forward to it.
G-Forcer, you're in the shadows. You look dangerous. You look ready to fight. You guys have 1 win and 4 losses. Your win is over Cat Fast Nation. 4 tough losses against Cunningham's, No Limit, Wreak Havoc, and Fulcrum. What are your thoughts and feelings on this matchup and moving into week number 3 for this season?
Well, it's been easy for us to try to, get caught up in if these guys lose and these guys win and maybe we make it to Vegas. But lately we just try to focus on the next match because we look too far ahead, we get distracted. And so we're excited tonight, play Pub Stars. They're a great team, a lot of respect for them. So it should be fun. It's
a great mentality to have, G-Forcer. Do you have any words for your opponents, Pub Stars and Yankee?
Nothing too special, I guess. Just hope for a great match and hope it's exciting and hope the better team comes out on top.
Yankee, can you tell me a little bit more about your hat before we have the coin flip?
A little bit more about the hat?
Yeah.
I got this hat in Red Square in Moscow when I was fortunate enough to go to Ural Steel tournament last year. It cost about $20. It's a strange thing over there where you might go to a souvenir stand in the United States and see a tri-corner hat or something like that. They're all filled with these. You can buy these everywhere. So for about $30, you can make a fool of yourself on internet television.
I'll make sure I bring cash when I go to Russia. All right. Do you have any words for G-Forcer before we start this battle?
Best of luck tonight. Looking forward to playing you, and let's get it going on.
All right, Burn All Empires, you have the higher seed. What is your call for the coin?
Heads.
Heads will be the call. Let's go ahead and flip it. It is heads. Burn All Empires, you get to choose the map or defer.
We're going to choose Cliff.
Cliff will be the first map. Pub Stars, what will be your spawn position?
1 second. North, please.
It's okay.
North.
North side will be Pub Stars. Gentlemen, best of luck. Odds that Marsh 66 and Jamaria had on the western side of the donut, and the rest of Pub Stars in the blue had across the way with Seven and the rest of his teammates. Now, this east side push, it was completely open for both teams, but none decided to go for it. It could have been a fake with the T1 leading and then at least one of the heavier tanks or the Tier 8 tanks landing a couple shots to whatever shot the T1. But it is a bit of a gamble. But here now we're seeing an east side push coming out.
Unfortunately, a bit too late. 41 seconds on the clock now, 40, and ticking down still. So this may be a map that they think about later. If these teams play later in the week, there's definitely a lot to take from it. but as I view it, it was just a great setup from both teams to cover multiple avenues of fire, and they kind of canceled each other out.
They cancel each other out indeed, and that's what happens in draws. 15 seconds left on the clock. We'll find out if anybody's able to get a kill. Red Paradise goes down, and Independent from SPM Hawk. So at least when it came to doing damage, the seaside push was effective. But only in the fleeting moments, so it really doesn't matter. And there it is, folks. It will be a draw. Not much really more to say about that. Junior pretty much covered it. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, battle number 2, Pub Stars versus Burn All Empires. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to WGLNA. I'm your host, Joshua Clutch Gray, joined by Rookhill, Randall, Rookhill Holcomb, and Junior, Colby Brooks, joining us on the set for the first time. Doing a good job, sir, with your in-depth analysis and non-biased, a little bit of bias.
Just a little bit.
If Civil Takers was playing tonight.
They are. I believe they are. Is
Let's
against
see,
Simplistic?
what do we have
Yeah.
tonight?
Are they our last
The
match?
last match
Yeah.
tonight, Simple Tankers versus Simplistic.
I might have to walk off the set. But
Or we might just unplug you.
yeah, I'll just unplug my mic.
If you hear loud banging and a rage going on behind the set.
I do. Well, yeah, I do get a little heated and excited for their matches because I just can't help myself. It was fantastic being on the team for season 1. Unfortunately, I had to leave the team. Unfortunately, I'm also losing my
Your
an
IFB
ear.
coming out?
Yeah,
It's-
there we go.
You're used to
So,
this too. You haven't had an IFB before, have you?
No, it's killing my ear
A
right
lot
now.
of new things for
So,
Junior tonight.
Yeah, I hope they do well tonight. I also hope that Simplistic does well because they're a part of the Simp family.
I
and
always look
they're
forward
close friends.
to Simplistic because of Waffles.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has the best face-offs. They're so
There's
good.
a storyline overarching all
Of
of them. I
course.
went and watched every single one in a row. There's something going on with those. He's got
Yeah.
got this planned.
I think
He's
he
a
wrote a
mastermind.
book before he did all of them. We did have some other. Losing it again. I'm gonna try harder this time. Okay.
And if you lose it, just let it fall. It's fine.
There we
Fix
go.
it later.
Got
Yeah.
it. Pretty sure I got it this time.
Okay.
So, Pub Whisper had a good plan to go into a face-off. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. So, I'm looking forward to this one. It should be good.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into this match that's happening. Pub Stars versus Bernal Empires. Battle number 2 on Himmelsdorf.
Taking a look at these lineups, Bernal Empires, 2 MX-5100s, 2 IS-3s, and 1 T-69. That's an old school lineup. But for Pub Stars, we're going to see a much more modern lineup, 2 5100s, 3 IS-3s.
3 IS-3s indeed. And where are they going to go is we're going to try to find out here. But I'm going to go ahead and jump over to SBM Hawk to see his scouting position. He's going to go ahead and destroy some of these trucks to let go of his anger for that draw here. But now he sees Independent and Zevin just across the way. Shots fired against SBM Hawk, but it is a miss. That T1 did get some crucial spotting information for 2 of the heavy tanks on the side of Pub Stars. Now, what does this mean? This means that Warvan and G-Forcer are going to have to play defensive here. And it also means that, well, they know where those 2 tanks are, so it means that they know where they are not, and that's going to be the hill. Zone Delta could have complete control of that hill by destroying Jamaria and actually setting up a really good T-69 flank if there is a push coming out from Bernal Empire. It's not going to be the case yet, though, because they're playing more defensive, as 2 of the heavy tanks are actually still down on the H line, not moving any further up, and that's Joe Jack and Azrael 90. But I think it's because they're waiting to see if there's going to be hill play, and they want to play defensive for the first half of the battle, and then reset and go for an offensive line.
We're actually seeing something that I haven't seen in a long time, and that is actually IS-3s squaring off across the middle of the map, lining up that big defensive line. You see Independent has taken a hit to his turret, and that was, I believe, by G-Forcer. G-Forcer being in about G7, there's a window down there. If you go jump to him, he's been trying to hit Independent. Also, Notice that Rella has joined us for this battle. He was not in the cliff battle last time. He will be present for this battle. They've decided to bench someone for Rella. I didn't...
It was actually Red Paradise.
Red Paradise will not be joining us. He's a 1390 player primarily. So putting Rella in, Rella is a much more accomplished heavy tanker. And so his skills are probably more suited for a map like Himmelsdorf. This is one of those things that I like to see out of teams. Pubstars actually adjusting their tanker lineup, their players, to the map and picking who's best suited for this battle.
Warvan and G-Force are going to hold that line here. Jamaria, looks like SBM Hawk is indicating to his team, or whoever he's calling the battle, indicating on the minimap, saying, hey, check that out. Is there anybody at the top of that hill? If there isn't, then we know that Zone
SBM
Delta
Hawk is spotted.
can have a really good spot there. He is spotted, but does he move in for the kill against Jamaria? He does know, he does see the T1 briefly, and Zone Delta is still hidden. He has not been spotted at all. But it looks like Pubstars is going to be pushing down Tank Alley.
Oh, wow.
And shots being fired from Warvan, able to hit Rella. Rella, 1107 out of 1500, still maintaining his point man spot here. Here come two of the IS-3s. It looks like one of those shots bounced. Might have been two of them, but no damage has been done to Warvan or G-Forcer. They could be caught off guard here as Rella, another shot fired and a miss against Rella.
It bounced right off his turret. Second shot will connect, though, as here come the rest of the members of Pubstars. But they've stopped, and now Zone Delta, the T-69, is going to be able to join this fight. This, what was going to be a 5v4, is now going to be a very even 5v5, with a T-69 possibly able to do some burst there. Hits on Rella. Rella is not going to be able to avoid this damage. Zevin going to block for his battle buddy, though, and a bounce or a miss out of Zone Delta.
Zone Delta fired straight into the building right in front of him instead of into the tanks. Unfortunate for him, since he is an autoloader. You don't want to miss any of those shots, no matter what take you're on, but especially an autoloader, because you become more susceptible to damage when you're reloading. AMX 5100s could be caught off guard here if the IS-3s overcommit to this corner. Zevin goes down. Warvan able to get that last hit on him. The 5100s still trying to line up a side flank against G-Forcer, Azrael, and Warvan. Joe Jack takes a swift hit from Captain No Pants and Marsh 166. Rill is able to destroy the T1, still left on the battlefield. Captain No Pants trades fire with Azrael 90. 542. Marsh 166 and Captain No Pants get a kill against one of the 5100s, trying to lock down the other one. Marsh 166 misses. G-Forcer in that IS-3. In that reverse angle, hugging that building. Captain No Pants may
Not
still have a
wanting
couple
to-
shots here, but he's not going to commit.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not committing. This was the exact moment when Marsh 166, Captain No Pants, should have taken that little bit of a leap and just killed G-Force. So they could have done it. And now on the other side, we see IS-3's Independent. Independent takes down Zone Delta, but Warvan's going to take him down in return. Only two 5100s left, and they still have to deal with G-Forcer, who's been given all the time in the world to get the reloads he needed and put a little more damage out. 5100 Joe Jack able to make some connections, and Warvan going to take down yet another tank. Captain No Pants going down.
Marsh 166 only left alive, but Junior, go ahead.
I was going to say an interesting note with Captain No Pants and Marsh. If they would have pushed forward, they had the ammunition to take out that the 5100 Joe Jack. And it was unfortunate because they were getting cap pressure, and
It
if
was
they would have taken
unfortunate.
out
It was
Joe
unfortunate.
Jack,
It-
it would have been different.
It could have been different in that type of scenario, but Bernal Empires does take the first battle here.
Looking at these tank lineups, two T-69s and three 1390s for Pubstars, and kind of flipping it around there for Bernal Empires. They've got three T-69s and two 1390s. Very interesting lineups.
I look forward to seeing which advantages which team will have based on the first based on the first minute of placement. Yes, we're going for the first hour. This is real
Can
tank
you even
battles.
make battles in World of Tanks an hour long?
I
I
don't
think you
think
can. In training rooms, you think you can go all the way up to, I don't know what the max time is, but I'm pretty sure you can at least hit an hour.
Wow, can't
No,
be.
it's only 30 minutes, unfortunately.
Only 30 minutes, are you sure?
We could just go 2 battles back to back.
That would work.
All right.
We'll just have them stop off
Well,
where they started.
Looks like we're having a little bit of waterside play from G-Forcer and Joe Jack, but Will they be able to land anything against Red Paradise and the other Pubstar teammate that
That is
on the
miserable
south
in a
side?
T1 down there.
Trading fire, not yet from either team. Rill will be taking his spot in the T1 to the south of the, or excuse me, to the north of the hill. While to the south, we're going to have Captain No Pants and Rella.
Oh, there's a
And-
connection. Red Paradise is
Yep.
able to hit Joe-Jack in the south as Joe-Jack peeks out. Red Paradise just superior positioning, and Joe-Jack not wanting to risk taking a second shot from that autoloader, smartly backs off before he goes down to 6 something or other.
834 of 1100 on that 1390 for Joe Jack. Red Paradise, no shots landed against him. That is, it's going to be tough for Joe Jack since he's not in a great position, especially behind this rock. You could try to Goomba him and then get a couple shots in. Ooh, a tree does fall within range of Joe Jack. I'd be scared if I saw that. Looks like that tree was the making of, I'm not sure. Captain
It's
No
just
Pants is
miserable.
on that area.
It's just miserable in a
Okay.
T1. But of course, Joe-Jack has no idea. So Joe-Jack, you noticed it, so clearly Joe-Jack must have
Yes.
noticed it. Joe-Jack is probably feeling
I'd be intimidated. I'd be
Well,
scared.
Zone Delta and is that Revent? Yes, Revent are moving to the water, so they may clearly think that's a tier 8, and they're going to shut it down, plus take advantage of Red Paradise being out of position.
now they don't, because there's Miserable revealing himself, and Joe-Jack now has the verification that there is only a tier 1 over there in the water, over there with Red Paradise. He has no other battle buddies that we've seen so far, so Red Paradise is kind of out on his own. In the meantime, though, other members of Pubstars are moving to the middle, onto the hill. Captain No Pants is overwatching Red Paradise. Rella and Zevin are heading up to the hill. Oh, wow, I keep just hearing shots coming out of Miserable. He is just shutting down Joe-Jack, and there, I think, no connections, actually, because he's still at 834.
Rill at the top of the north. No, he's not at the top of the hill exactly. He's north of the hill. He's trying to see if he can scout anything. Captain No Pants getting lit up from the T-69s, though, as they ring around the corner here. And he is at 374 to 1100. That is going to be huge for an HP value win.
Red Paradise getting spotted at 869 now. Just got hit by Joe Jack. He poked the corner and got a good hit. Red Paradise exchanging on that.
And Red
G4s
Paradise
is
looks like-
getting set up to also help.
Although it looks like Red Paradise is going to start wanting to aggress on Joe-Jack. And actually, I'm going to jump elsewhere on this map. You guys stay there.
I'll stay with Joe Jack because here comes G-Forcer just around the corner, putting some shots on Red Paradise, and this is going to be the push in to lock down this 1390, but they're going to have to do it swift if they don't want to trade any blows.
And Marsh will
happening in
take
the
down
center
Rill in
area.
the middle of the map at the same time. T69, Rella will engage on Zone Delta, and he's going to take him down to 404 before he's reloading. Captain No Pants is going to start unloading on these T69s. Actually, he's hitting Joe-Jack out on the island. Rella is going to take numerous hits from T69s, all focused on him. Zevin, though, is going to come in and looks like he's going to start trying to put shots out. I don't see any real good connections. Zone Delta's taking down to 136, but Rella is at 58 hit points.
And there's a final shot from Zone Delta 94, taking out Rella, but there's a traded fire from Zevin, taking down Zone Delta 94. G-Forcer destroys Miserable. T1, Azrael in the 90. Azrael 90 in the T69, falling back here from the bottom of the hill. G-Forcer and Joe-Jack still left alive. Joe-Jack barely with a sliver of health left on his tank. And now the T69s are going to maybe see if SBM Hawk can scout anything else moving up to the north side before they adjust their placement. But they are in a good position to maybe put some flag pressure on the flag, but so is
And
Captain
is-
No Pants in March 166.
On the other side of the map, Independent has found SBM Hawk, and they will begin their engagement shortly as Independent takes down the building and destroys SBM Hawk. That building ain't going to keep you that safe long.
No, well, it looks like SBM Hawk didn't have his shots maybe lined up exactly or was not expecting that, obviously, since Independent was able to get that kill. But now there's the flag pressure, and that is going to make the rest of Bernal Empires reset their turrets and go to the north side, and maybe Pubstars could catch them as they move away. Zevin may lock up a shot here against Revent in the T69.
Marsh 166, however, has perfect shots on anyone who would be returning to base. He puts one shot out on G-Forcer. It looks like it hits track and fails to pen. Second shot going out, not connecting. Third shot does connect and will track G-Forcer out in the open. A fourth shot, he's down to 293. Marsh got his last shot and takes G-Forcer down to 46 hit points. No, he had one more shot. I thought he had fired one more time. and their marsh is empty, reloading for 40 seconds, leaving Captain No Pants all alone at 374 to take on these T-69s.
2 T-69s are left. Try to take down 1 T-69 and a 1390. Azrael. Ooh, some shots being fired from the T1 against the T-69. Nothing is able to penetrate so far.
No Pants
But
going to have free shots in the
one
back of these
shot.
T-69s.
Nice hit. Nice hit. Another one. 881. He takes another hit. Azrael 90 takes a hit from the front. Zevin going to hold the line in his T-69. He's able to trade blows with Revent at a 620 on his HP. Independent and his teammate are going to stay on the flag cap to force Azrael 90 and Revent to make a decision. And any decision they make right now, they're going to take damage. The 1390 March 166 on top of that hill can perfectly see the T-69s. If trade fire will happen, Revent takes another hit. March 166 could, with a high roll, take down one of these tanks here in not one, but 2 shots. Revent tries to fire again. Another shot. It is a track against Revent. He's already burned his kit, so you have to wait for repairs. Azrael 90 now going to move to the south, saying, you know what? Come chase us. We have to go. Nice tracking shot coming out from Pub Stars. And 2 more seconds left on the clock, and that is going to be a red base capture. Pub Stars is able to tie up the series 1-1.
Looking at these tanks, we have 2 5100s, 3 IS-3s for the Pub Stars, and 2 5100s, 2 IS-3s, and a single T-69 for Bernal Empires. We all know how this is going to play out. T-69 is going to look straight down those tracks, and we're going to have a big push out of the Pub Stars, taking all 5 tanks as very, very quickly right up the 2-3 line.
G-Force may be the first one to have this engagement. 7 and Jamaria are spotted. No shots land or are fired from either team yet. Azrael 90 will back up G-Forcer in the Battle Buddy system. Captain No Pants is the first one to draw blood. And he has taken a little bit of damage, 1161 out of 1400. Beautiful shot from G-Forcer as Jamaria tries to move out swiftly from the IS-3, backing up and then getting that momentum with the acceleration, but it was not enough. G-Forcer slows him down, but here's a push out from Rel and Jamaria. Azrael 90 is going to have to make a shot soon. The G-Forcer is going to be the one having all the fun. G-Forcer holding the line against the rest of Pub Stars here. He has enough time here to make another shot. But here come the 5100s, and another shot does ring out, but it's a miss against G-Forcer. And now the 5100s are trying to move in for the side flank, but Pub Stars are being hesitant here because Joe Jack is covering that section while Jamaria is almost dead. Shot ring out from G-Forcer. Looks like that one's going to be a hit. G-Forcer takes the first amount of damage. Another hit from Jamaria.
And here comes Zone Delta into the back. He's going to take down Jamaria. Zevin, recognizing this, pushes forward. But this push is just falling apart for the Pub Stars. Bernal Empires just taking their toll before Pub Stars can even get into proper range to make real engagement. This battle is clearly going to Bernal Empires.
Even to add some insults to their already falling push, Captain No Pants put a shot straight into the gun of his dead teammate's corpse. So a miss shot, and it ended up an IS-3 not dying because of it.
That's very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Independent, the only one going to be left alive here in a matter of seconds as Zone Delta gets the final kill. And Rill actually gets the final kill there. Pub Stars goes down. Bernal Empires is able to take it. And they are up 2-1 against Pub Stars. And what do we have for tanks, Rukil?
Well, for tanks, Pub Stars taking a T-32, Object 416, a T-69, and 2 1390s. For Burn All Empires, we have a T-32, a T-69, and 3 1390s. Interesting lineups, both of them sporting only 1 T-32. We had a criticism about that earlier, saying that 2 was a bit much, a little bit immobile. Both teams taking only 1 and opting for some very nice mobile mediums and light tanks. Pretty balanced lineups for both teams.
Bernal Empires looks like they're going to be taking the village, city side on the east side. Now they can play completely defensive. If they bring it to a draw, Bernal Empires wins. And if I was them, no reason to engage the enemy. You just play for the draw and play for the win. You want to play for those points. The easiest way possible, the path of least resistance. And by having a T-32, you're already on the path of least resistance since this tank has no cons. But a shot being fired from Zone Delta 94 against Independent. Independent takes some fire across the way. And that is going to at least indicate to Pubstars where one autoloader is in that village section. And since they haven't been able to see any other tanks in the field,
They know.
going to
They know.
assume they're all over there.
Yeah.
So,
Pubstars definitely knows the opening move. Sorry. But
no,
okay.
go ahead.
Yeah, but Pubstars definitely knows the opening move of Bernal Empires. Bernal Empires, it's obvious they're in the east, and Bernal Empires has that same indication. They know Pubstars is in the west. Both teams have moved all far to the north and far to the south to try and get whatever they can out of this Rella, even trying to snipe out G-Forcer.
So the unfortunate thing on the side of Bernal Empires, they gave up their cap, which is going to overall play into the hands of Pubstars. So what's going to happen if they go for a cap pressure? Bernal Empires will have the upper ground, and Pubstars has to take that into account. They have to stop that with a T6, T32, and T69416. The bad side of their push is they also brought Miserable. I don't agree with that, because now what happens is Bernal Empires can also cap on the north, and they won't know until Germeria is already dead. So they have an open cap for an open cap. They're basically base trading at this point, and it's not going to end well. So I think they're going to
I don't think they're going to be able to reasonably base trade, though. This is Prohorovka, and capping on Prohorovka is super difficult. I can see on the south side, members of Bernal Empires have destroyed the stuff on cap. On the north side, I'm going to actually go check. Have they destroyed stuff on their cap?
Yes, the supplies have been destroyed.
There we go. So it's going to be very difficult for either team to get proper cap pressure. Miserable, although, looks like he's been blind firing on the T1 SBM Hawk, but he's been unable to make a connection. And now Miserable barely avoids getting shot by G-Forcer in the T32 as they're going to try and find SBM Hawk. They know he's here. They know it. There are shots hitting dirt, and there, SBM Hawk fires knowing it's his last few moments. He should try and do something with it, but Rella takes him down.
SBM Hawk does go down. Now, you gentlemen were saying that they are leaving the bases open. I think that's totally fine, because it's making Pubstars be spread out, and because of that, they're going to have to play slightly defensively in their minds of, hey, they could push in against our flag. It would be something completely crazy, but yes, they could do it. While Bernal Empires can burn time behind the railroad tracks. And the T-32 did take a little bit of damage here, G-Forcer, but they can trade fire and back away. Trade fire and back away. Trade fire and back away. And the only avenues of approach are going to be the north or the south, instead of holding to the very south next to their flag, where somebody could come around on the railroad tracks on the other side and turn on a flank. Even for a couple seconds, they would lose more damage, and they would start to pick apart the tank. So I like it in the defensive play on the other side of the railroad tracks. However, if they are able to isolate some of these tanks into the south, for example, 3 of those mediums and 1 light went to Zone Delta and took him out and then moved back across the railroad tracks, which would be difficult, but it is a possibility. That's how you were able to get that advantage piece by piece by piece. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, though.
So
and Rill is going to be up on the hill.
I do like the positioning that Pubstars are taking up. They're taking the proactive 5-6 because they can't actively cap at this point. They can't actively cross in the middle. So what they're going to do, they're going to get a spread on this 5-6 line against the entire force of Bernal Empires and try to make an attack. And if they do this successfully, they can actually start a cap pressure with Miserable down here and defend him from Zone Delta and Joe Jack / G-Forcer.
But Rill is on the hill, and so with Rill on the hill, he can make shots on the cap, possibly killing Miserable. And if Bernal Empires, the rest of Bernal Empires, can fight for enough time, they can still win out in an engagement that Pubstars would have to start. 4 minutes and 39 seconds left in the match, and we will be started. We see cross shots coming out. Zevin trying to hit Zone Delta, but Zevin is exposed, and he finds, I believe, that Rill is on the hill.
Correct.
Rill does get a hit on Zevin, so that spot is spoiled. So Zevin is going to be, hopefully, less likely to peek out in such a way that Rill will be able to get shots on him.
4 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock as each tick goes by.
Red Paradise.
Bernal Empires is closer and closer to 3 victory points. Pubstars is trying to play for the shootout right now. for the tie. And as you did mention, Rookhill, Revenant did go down. Red Paradise taking down one of the T1s. So no T1s are left for Bernal Empires. But that's okay, because if they're able to still scout some of these tanks, and G-Forcer is able to dodge that shot from Zevon in the T-32. But it looks like they're able to scout some more of the tanks heading to the south, and Zone Delta may be in a little bit of trouble. Rill leaves the hill, turning into a Dr. Seuss book. Zone Delta is going to try to play back and forth matches here, just over the railroad tracks, as two tanks have spotted him. One currently spotted, Rella, in the Object 416. But Rill, I don't think, has been spotted in the very south position of where he's at, and that could prove to be a favorable surprise in the pocket of Bernal Empires.
So we can see Germuria moving down, and we see Miserable moving down.
And here begins the engagement.
And engagement, correct. So we're going to see G-Forcer going down, and Zone Delta is getting focused out. It's perfect that they take out the T-32 and the autoloader. But the execution, 978 on Rella, 719 Indy at 444, and it's not looking good for Pubstars right now.
It's not. Bernal Empires has been able to hold their ground. That T-32 turning his turret. Azrael 90 in the 1390 taking down Rella. Azrael 90 taking a couple shots from some T1s on the flag cap. Here comes Marsh 166, hopefully trying to land a final hit, but Rill's going to come in his 1390. He's going to crash into these T1s to stop the flag cap. There's one still left alive here with a minute and 14 seconds, but he's going to keep his turret focused on Marsh 166 and maybe try to crash into the other Tier 1. No, he's going to point his turret, fire, and Germuria goes down. So there goes the flag cap pressure. Joe Jack, G-Forcer, and Azrael 90 still left alive. They're up against 3 Tier 8s, 7 Independent, and Marsh 166. One more shot from Rill. Marsh 661 go down. He does. He's able to get the kill. G-Forcer still left alive in his T-32 in that hold down position up against Zen and Independent with a minute and 57 seconds left on the clock.
Independent will not make a connection with any tanks on the cap or to the south. I feel like the T-69 could have gotten that would have helped so much. And now Independent takes a hit, and he is tracked, and he will go down. And there, with the hopes and dreams.
And that's it. Bernal Empires is able to win in the series, a 3-1 series in the battle with one draw. Bernal Empires gets their second victory in league play, I believe. Let's go ahead and check my standings real quick. That is correct. So now Bernal Empires is 2-4, and that leaves Pubstars 3-3 as we move further on to week number 3, the final week of WGLNA Season 2. Only 8 teams will join us in Vegas out of these 16, trying to find out who's the best of the best. In America, once again, Fulcrum won season number 1. Simp took second place. Simp right now currently undefeated. Fulcrum has 1 loss. But we'll see those guys later in the week. We actually saw Simp tonight. I have to say, I'm getting more and more excited about Vegas. Please join us November 16th and 17th. More information will be released at WGLNA.com. But more about this series, guys. Bernal Empires, what do they do right?
They just played everything very comprehensively. Pubstars really played into a lot of their strategies, and Bernal Empires, even though they dropped Mines definitely, that was a strong play by Pubstars, showed the high level that Pubstars can play at. Bernal Empires didn't do anything exceptional, but it was consistent. I'd say that's probably what we could just find this. It was consistent.
Yeah. Junior, your thoughts?
I think that Rue hit it on the head. So Bernal Empires was playing very decisively in the last match. I think it was clear that they knew the position that they needed to take. They took up a more defensive position, and Pubstars, I think they made a push that would have been correct maybe 15 seconds later, that a 45-second cap, delay it just slightly, and pressure them that much more. The plays overall were all correct. I can't argue with them. The timings looked a little sad, but I mean, can't really change that. And that's just perspective. So these players, if they had our perspective, it would be perfect. But unfortunately, and thankfully they don't.
Yes.
Otherwise, we would have very boring games.
It would be, it would not be the same.
It would be a nice dance around the map, but
what
not
you're talking
exciting.
about is called dramatic irony, where the audience knows what's
Correct.
happening, but the players on the stage don't. And-
It makes me sit in a theater and go, don't open that door. He's on the other side. Please don't open the
Yes,
door.
I know. And from our viewpoint, you know, we can only call as much as what we would do in that certain scenario. But there's lots of times where, even in the previous match, the 5100s, focusing their fire on one tank instead of spreading their shots. That's fundamentals. And if you're unable to practice those fundamentals, you will fall apart.
But even down to the tanking, I'm looking at G-Forcer's stats. He had 2320 potential damage. Fantastic play in the T-32 in the last match. I mean, the technical play is just right there. It's fantastic damage, 1974. Even the 1390s, landing out some great shots on the move. 8 for Jojack, 7 hits, 7 pens, and Jojack was moving the whole time once the engagement started. These guys are really top of the league, and it's exciting to see the play. It's just unfortunate to see the results sometimes.
All right, well, it still continues for both these teams. Their stories are not over yet, even though we're in week number 3. We're going to take our halftime break, so go ahead and grab a snack as we get prepared in a couple minutes for Nerve versus Hammer Time. It is not our final match. We have 6 matches tonight. After Nerve versus Hammer Time, we're going to have Simplistic versus Simple Tankers join us. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching WGLNA.